In this video, I just want to, as we kind of prepare for the first exam, I want to give a little bit of an overview of what to expect, because it's my belief that, you know, some people are good test takers, some people are not as good test takers. I'm, as a person, I am blessed, I guess you could say, or cursed, one way or the other, to be confident while taking an exam. And it's obviously important to not assume that everyone's going to be that way. And as I've thought about it over the years, why I am that way and how others are different. One of the things I think comes down to knowing what you're getting into and how you deal with the unknown. As an exam, I don't, and as a course, I don't want to test you on your ability to deal with the unknown. I really just want to test what is your ability that you understand the material. So the point of this video is to walk you through how to prepare and what to expect for this first exam, so that really the exam then comes down to really just testing your material, your knowledge of the material. And so that hopefully, even if you are a quote unquote bad test taker, that effect should be minimized on this exam, hopefully. So let's talk about how to prepare. The first thing I would suggest in terms of preparation would be to review your homework assignments for those first two topics, topic 1, topic 2. Review what is right, what you got wrong, and then probably later corrected, but review all of the questions. Second, take a look at this study guide. So I made this after I made the exam. I'm going to make it, I say chapters 1 and 3. Sorry, I'm going to have to change this to be topics 1 and 2. It's the same thing. It's chapters 1 and 3 from the book. Actually, maybe I don't need to change it. I mean, it should be clear, but I'll add in parentheses here, topics 1 and 2. The one thing I did change here is that while your homeworks and reflection papers will all still be due on June 7th, I wanted to give you an extra day to do the exam. So I'm making the exam due June the 8th at 11:55 p.m. You'll have one attempt to do the exam. You need to do that exam in one sitting, meaning you can't pause the exam or whatnot. There will be a time limit. You will have 90 minutes to do the exam. And Lalima should show you a sort of a counter to give you an idea of how things are proceeding. To give you an overview of what to expect, this is an open note exam, open note, open book. So really, you're only, it's not like you have to remember. It's not like an in-class exam where it's closed book and you have to actually sit down and remember definitions. You need to be familiar with definitions. It probably helps to remember definitions, but really it comes down to organization of your notes, organization of the material. Even though it's open note exam, you should not go into the exam not knowing what demand is or what supply is or what the definition of economics is. You should be broadly familiar with these things, because you're not going to have enough time to look up everything. Or even to say, well, dude, what is demand? You need to be broadly familiar and treat open note, open book exam as, oh, that's really confusing to me. I gotta just confirm whether it's this or this. That's totally fine. You should be able to manage your time well. But in general, it's not. In general, what I have found is that people who run out of time on the exam are ones who did not prepare for the exam by organizing their notes or organizing their parts of the book. Because again, you're not going to have enough time to look up everything. And if you know you're going to look up a lot of things, You need to have well-organized notes. There will be 27 multiple choice questions. And so that's how the exam will start. You'll be presented with those 27 questions first. They are all more or less the same point value, about 3 points each, except one of the questions will be 2 points just because of the way the math works. And then after those 27, you'll have 4 short answer questions. Those 4 short answer questions are worth 4 points each. You should attempt every short answer question. Even if you're running out of time, at least type something. Your short answer questions will not be graded based on how long of an answer you have. I will be reading each of your answers carefully, so make your word choices carefully. I give you an overview of the main topics. I basically created this bullet point list after I made the exam, and I kind of just reviewed each of the things. So this video is going to appear right here. So when you click on exam 1, I'm going to change this to June 8th. You're going to see the study guide here. You're going to see the video right here. Then I included an old exam. Now this is a pretty old exam, but it gives you an idea of like when people took this class in person, what they would see. So it gives you an idea of like my style of asking a multiple choice question. The typical strategy for a multiple choice question that I develop and ask, and I make my own questions, is that you should be able to eliminate 2 choices quite quickly, and then it's really down to one choice or the other. And your understanding of the material is then basically based on your ability to know what is making the other one slightly wrong. Based on the fact that this is an old exam, these are the questions that you can ignore, at least that I could figure out. If you look at this and a question seems really out of left field, send me an email to ask me, but probably presume if it's totally out of left field, it's, like totally doesn't make any sense with what you've been learning, it's probably one that you could also ignore. And, I just forgot to include it on this list here. So these are the questions to ignore. I'm including 2 copies of the exam. This first one does not have the answer key. This second copy of the exam is the questions in the same exact order, except the very last page has what the answers are. Hopefully, if I've done it correctly. Yes. Okay. And then the exam is going to appear right here. When you click on the exam, and it's going to be here at the bottom, when you click on it, you're going to see presented to you what the settings are, and then you can do the exam. Okay? I give you, at the very top of the exam, my cell phone number. I generally trust people. Don't misuse it. Right? Don't send me, don't send me, like, I just finished the exam, kind of text or anything like that. I don't need those. And not that I don't care that you finished the exam. And obviously I know you're very concerned about your exam. And, I know that it's important to you. So I'm not trying to minimize that. But I give you my cell phone so that, you're taking the exam. It's June 8th. It's 10 p.m. and you're starting to freak out. That would be when you can call me and ask me. I'll also probably be in my office at that time too. But, it's okay. My phone, I'm up generally pretty late hours. I have kids, so my time is really later in the evening. My wife is well aware that I'm giving an exam at this time, so it's not like she's going to be like, dude, why is your phone ringing so much? Like, don't worry about it. Like, my general philosophy with this is, I can give you like a minute of my time or 2 minutes of my time, and it might relieve a great deal of your stress. And that's why I'm giving you my cell phone number. So, I'm not giving it to you not to use it. I'm just saying use your judgment. You don't need to call me to tell me that you finished your exam. You should call me if you're having a technical problem. You should call me if you just finished the exam and you're feeling really, really, really shitty about it. Um, that would be fine. Um, we can chat about it and see if um, something went wrong. But um, I'm here for you. And I don't mean that as like a weird cheesy kind of line here, but um, I know for many of you, um, this is your one of your first few courses in your college, um, study. Many of you are not going to be economics majors, so and we're in an intense summer session, so I'm trying to be aware of that and conscious of that, and trying to help you make this a good experience. Okay.